This is a video response onto all solicitors, either within or out of Salisbury. I would like to hire a lawyer in regards to getting a lawsuit filed against Betfair, the casino app business, for they immorally stole £18,000 of my money that I earned out of goodwill. Now, I've messaged them saying that we could resolve this like grown adults without happening even to involve the court of law, where a settlement is made in person over a handshake, which is preferably the way I would like to go about it, because I've got bigger and better things to be doing than pushing forward for lawsuits, if you ask me. And they chose to allow their own greed rule their head. And according to the biblical manuscript and its 10 commandments, they are in breach of one of those commandments. Thou shalt not steal. And they immorally and unlawfully stole £18,000 of my money that I earned out of goodwill, by playing the game fair and square. No cheating. Nothing. And to be perfectly honest with you, this is money that I really and truly could be dealing with, or better yet, doing with right now, as I'm slowly getting my life in order, and it will help me in the long run. So if there's anyone out there that so happens to cotton on to this video, by all means please come forward and let's talk about this, because at the end of the day, what these casino apps are doing, not just to myself but to anybody else out there that play them out of goodwill, are wrong. They are immoral. They are going about business from a tyrant-like perspective. In other words, once a huge payout has been made throughout the days, weeks, or even months, by playing the game alone, out of goodwill, like I said, and I've lost trail of thought. Clearly, somebody out there now is paying attention to what I'm saying, and they're threatened just by how much power I really and truly have when involving their corrupt business. In other words, they are going about business the wrong way. They are immorally stealing from people that have earned big payouts out of goodwill, right? And they've gone and done it to the wrong person. That wrong person being myself. And I am now at a stage in my life where I am extremely frustrated, and I am sick and tired of having my free will denied as well as violated within the process. What they are doing is technically denying and violating my free will. And anybody else out there that choose to gamble out of goodwill. Originally, my response that I put forward onto them was the fact that they are, however, to exclude all safer gambling tools upon my account, right? So that I can freely put in money, however many pounds, right? In order to keep making it back. Now, I'm perfectly aware that you're going to lose money. That's life, you know. You win, you lose. You lose, you win. And I'm perfectly okay with that. But that still does not give them the right to immorally steal finance that does not belong to them by rigging all said games upon their platform. That right there is an abomination. They are in breach of the 10 Commandments. Thou shalt not steal. And the fact that they are in breach of one of the commandments, they may as well be in breach of them all. And I would like to resolve this with a lawyer, preferably somebody that so happens to have a strong connection with myself, and all for the right reasons, biblical reasons on that note. And I want to get this resolved, because that £18,000 I earned fair and square. There was no cheating, there was no riddling, no fixing, nothing. I earned that out of goodwill, by putting stakes down alone, only to get good profit, good payout. In other words, odds back paid to me as part of their agreement, right? Whatever bet that is actually in fact put down, they will pay out the odds to that bet as agreed. But the way they're going about their business is completely unacceptable. They're not only denying and violating my free will, but they are also denying and violating the free will of anybody else, themselves included, if they'd actually used their common sense and spiritually awoken to just how much unnecessary hurt, along with pain and suffering, that they have inflicted upon family members with their greed and tyrant-like behaviour alone. They have gone and done it to the wrong person, like I said, and I want to make this a civil lawsuit case. I went about it, like I said, like an adult. I offered them the choice to pay me back the full-on £18,000 over a handshake, under the terms and conditions that the self-exclusion upon my account gets lifted, and that they are to permanently remove all safer gambling tools upon my account. But yet they chose to throw me out of their casino business itself. I get it. It's a business, right? Money has to be made in order to keep the business afloat, in order to keep it running effectively, yeah? But they are going about it the wrong way. They are stealing finance in order to keep their business afloat and running. And like I said, according to my sound biblical knowledge, along with wisdom and logic, they are in breach of one of the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not steal. And they are stealing money that does not belong to them by rigging their entire platform involving their slot games. Preferably, like I said, I would like to settle this out of court, because it's additional pressure that I don't really want right now, because I'm on to bigger and better things with my life. But when it involves £18,000 being stolen from you immorally, I've got no choice. It's completely unacceptable behaviour on their behalf. And I would like to settle this once and for all, because they have gone and done it to the wrong person. Like I said, that wrong person being me. They really and truly have no idea just how much power and authority I really and truly have within my own heart and my own mind. I have enough power and authority to quite literally tear this entire system down without even breaking a sweat, with no fear, nothing. Because people have brought it upon themselves by living like degenerates, by living like reprobates, by thinking that they can live however way they want, without thinking of the punishments nor consequences to their actions. Talking from somebody that so happened to receive punishments and consequences throughout his entire spiritual awakening, and still to this day, on occasions, receive punishments and consequences as part of my growth and evolvement in regards to becoming the man that the gospel created me to be, biblically by default, that is. And I am not going to tolerate disrespectful nor disgraceful behaviour by anyone. And the behaviour they're displaying is tyrant-like behaviour. It's nothing more than dictatorship. It is to protect their business, and all for the wrong reasons. And it's also to protect their false reputation that they have made throughout the years by swindling the great British public, and anybody else for that matter, that uses these sites out of goodwill. And me personally, if this does happen to get into court somehow as a lawsuit, I am going to speak to the judges myself in regards for them to enforce a new rule where these casino apps that immorally stole finance that does not belong to them pay back every single penny that is owed onto those that made however much money even out of goodwill from them, as a form of punishment and as a form of consequence to their actions. And if it means that they crumble due to however much money is due out in victim charges onto those that, like I said, played rightfully and morally out of goodwill, then so be it. They have to learn. They have to learn in here and in here, like each and every one of us, that they can't go around stealing what does not belong to them, nor can they go around living like reprobates and degenerates and then expect good things, greater good things to happen within their life. That right there is delusional. They are not only delusional, rather they are in denial of the sound biblical truth. And there we have it. So if anyone happens to catch on to this video, like I said, within the solicitor kind of era, as you will, then by all means please come forward and let's talk about this. And if we can, preferably build a case, because like I said, that £18,000 was stolen from me immorally out of greed. And right now, I could be doing with that £18,000 in order to pay my bills, put food on the table, as well as take good care of myself by paying the bill to go to the gym, and also by paying however much money out per month on food supplements as part of my health, both spiritually and psychologically. Which, might I add, case in point, anybody and everybody, even those treating me disrespectfully and disgracefully, have. It's a gift. It's a blessing. But none of those that choose to deny and violate my free will are going to receive these greater good things. Because they are living double-minded lives, for one. And they are living like reprobates. They are living like degenerates. And that is completely unacceptable. And the last time I was aware, God does not reward nor bless degenerative behaviours. Take it from somebody that knows what he so happens to be talking about. It's a wrap.